Hello, Dr. James and class. Welcome to my video for the Digital Ethics course at North Park University, and welcome to the final week of class. This has been a very interesting course, my very first digital ethics class, and it's been such a pleasure learning from everyone and from everyone's experience. So, let's get ethical. So to begin, this is an online project that is our final project for our digital ethics course. And we were tasked with choosing a topic to cover for this. And there was a number of really, really awesome topics, but I chose the one regarding impact on culture. And the reason I chose it is because of the fact that I'm just amazed at how the internet, how social media has changed the course of culture, not just American culture, but also its impact on a global scale. Before the internet, we had the television, and we were able to see so much of the world through television. Before that, they had books. So with television, for example, that made an impact on culture. I can speak for myself when it comes to the Hispanic Latino culture. We were able to see these telenovelas that always featured a certain type of actor or actress with certain types of looks. And that created a standard of beauty among the culture. But this standard of beauty was basically hard to attain because not everybody will look like those on screen. And now with technology having advanced so much and the internet having advanced so much, we now see ads everywhere that have similar messages about a standard of beauty. I'm just using this as an example of the impact on culture. So as can be seen regarding technology such as the television, when it comes to the digital landscape, the internet, or social media, from an ethical perspective, where would we draw the line when we see that a product or service is influencing people to engage in certain behaviors or attitudes? So with that in mind, and keeping on the topic of technology's impact on culture, I will be covering 3 points. The first question I will answer will be, do producers and designers of social media, video games, online pornography, and or other electronic entertainment bear any responsibility for the effects of their products on consumers, on our culture? The second being, if their products produce, reinforce, or encourage undesirable attitudes or behavior, such as violent behavior or addiction, would that provide a good reason for them to change what they do? Also, would it provide a good reason for others to criticize what they do? And this is coming from a moral point of view. And another question, the last one, if some form of entertainment has undesirable effects on its consumers, would that be a good reason, ethically speaking, not to produce or sell it? Would it be a good reason to criticize the people who produce or sell it? When it comes to bearing responsibility, and to answer the first question, I think that as producers, designers, or creators of a product or service, a company should set a good example of moral behavior inside the company and outside the company. When it comes to tools or platforms such as social media, we can also see the glorification of, for example, drug lords or the TV shows that show drug lords. We see memes as well of children dressed as them for Halloween, when in reality people are dying at the hands of violent and power-thirsty drug lords in the US and Latin America. This takes me to the social contract theory perspective, where everyone in society has expectations to bear certain responsibility, and therefore I think this theory fits best into this situation. Reason for change. If the products produce, reinforce, or encourage undesirable attitudes or behaviors that provide a good reason for them to change what they do, Yes, I believe that if it is having an impact, maybe even a negative impact on culture today, it's important to shift the focus before it goes down a downward spiral. Influencing people to glorify or romanticize some type of attitude or behavior that is illegal in the eyes of the law, again, back to the rich drug lord scenario. Obviously, selling drugs may be illegal in many places, or certain behaviors, such as from certain TV shows where suicide was glorified. That is not good. For example, Facebook, the world has changed since the advent of social media. We all know that. Though it was intended to help people connect in ways like never before, it is now used to be able to spread various messages and sharing of information, articles, blogs. People are very informed now. These are positives, but it has also been used for the wrong reasons, as can be seen with the Marlon Ochoa case, where back in April, this young pregnant woman was lured to a woman's house with the expectation of receiving free baby clothes, and unfortunately, this young woman, Marlene, was killed. Although these are rare situations, we can see also that Facebook has enabled an app called Facebook Messenger for Kids, where kids can still freely message their family members or other friends in a safe manner. Special product or services such as these geared towards kids gives parents that peace of mind, knowing that companies such as Facebook do have their children's safety in mind and try to avoid as many awful situations as possible. When it comes to criticisms, if some form of entertainment has undesirable effects on its consumers, would that be a good reason, ethically speaking, not to produce or sell it? Would it be a good reason to criticize the people who produce or sell it? Personally, I think almost anything can and will be subject to criticism when seen from a different ethical theory. But if electronic entertainment of sorts is causing people to behave in a manner that is illegal or enables people to engage in illegal activities, then I think that is good reason for the creators or designers to be subject to criticism or some form of questioning regarding their product. However, I don't think that if a product or service is causing unethical or illegal behavior, I don't think it should necessarily be put out of business or completely stop its production. I believe things can be used for its purpose and, if designed correctly, can avoid unethical behavior to a certain extent. In terms of pornography, for this project, this is not a debate whether it's wrong or right or okay or not okay. I have my own reservations about it, but when it comes to ethics, the Kantian theory I don't think would work, as some people may not see violent video games as bad or pornography as bad. And we can't set just one rule for everyone to live by. This is where the principle of utility comes in my mind, which is the tendency of an object to produce happiness or prevent unhappiness for an individual or community. This is from our textbook in page 73. For some people, violent video games may bring some form of happiness or entertainment. Same can be said for pornography, while for others, it might not. Depending on the circumstances, you may think of happiness as an advantage, benefit, good or pleasure, and unhappiness as a disadvantage. When it comes to pornography, if it's going to exist, and it will continue to exist, I think it should exist within various parameters or strict parameters where underage children will not have any access to it whatsoever. To conclude, I wanted to end with some next step recommendations. For a company with an idea for an electronic product or service, I would recommend taking a look maybe at their mission statement and their vision statement, what they stand for. I would say use that to their advantage to create a positioning statement for that product so that the product or service may be used for the intended purpose for which it was created. Another recommendation I may suggest would be maybe strengthening customer service or implementing a great customer service team. Nothing can be 100% foolproof all the time. Therefore, it would be a great idea to create such a team where the consumer can be helped in the event that they witness the product or service being used in a manner not consistent with the values of the company. When it comes to video gaming, the video game world is huge, and many people are gamers around the world with their headphones. Many women suffer sexual harassment through such avenues. An online video gaming company would definitely benefit from having a team that can help consumers, such as women or children who suffer, and men who suffer harassment while playing video games, can assign a ticket so the company can help get to the bottom of the situation as best as possible. This concludes my video for our digital ethics course. Thank you, class, and Dr. Trevor James for watching my video. This was a testy week for me, but I enjoyed making this project, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know I learned a lot in this course, and I wish you all the best at North Park University and in your jobs and beyond. Have a good one.